And it's a calm and comfortable start to our Sunday morning. Moderate air quality, but air temperature in the 50s and 60s. We expect a mix of sun and clouds to take us into this afternoon with quite a warm day ahead of us. Our highs today landing in the low to mid 80s, 70s even at the beaches. But a cold front's on the way for tomorrow that does drop temperatures and brings in a thunderstorm threat. I'll time that out for you in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Local news.
Yeah, 6:45 right now on our Sunday morning, and temperatures this morning are starting warm. I think you'll notice that right from the get-go today. And warm temperatures, that's a big weather headline. At our mildest, we'll climb into the 80s. Should be really nice conditions for any of those outdoor plans under a mix of sun and clouds without much of a rain chance. But you notice we build in some cloud cover as we move into late tonight. That's ahead of a cold front that brings a thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. So looking at weather headlines, our air quality this morning is considered moderate, and we're on the high end of moderate, but we should stay there for most of the day. Our temperatures are warmer, highs in the 80s as I mentioned, but even the beaches topping out in the 70s as those thunderstorms spark up tomorrow night. A cold front dragging through. I'll let you know what that leaves behind for the majority of next week in the full AccuWeather forecast in just a little bit. Your door. And a calm and comfortable start to our Sunday morning. Our temperatures are in the 50s and 60s across the tri-state. That's a pretty warm start, which means come this afternoon, it'll feel very summer-like out there. We do expect cloud cover in the mix, and that could cap highs maybe a couple degrees cooler than what it was looking like yesterday, but still landing in the 80s today under that mix of sun and clouds with mostly dry conditions. Calm today, but we do have a thunderstorm threat in the 7-day forecast. In fact, it arrives tomorrow night. I'll let you know what it leaves behind for the rest of the week in the full AccuWeather forecast. Hey, good morning, Janice. 7:46 right now on our Sunday morning. We're starting on the warm side, 50s and 60s this morning, and you know that's a good launching pad for a warm day in general. Our highs today climbing into the 80s. We do start the day with sunshine, but you notice on the day planner some clouds in the mix as we work our way into the afternoon. Even if it looks a little gray in the sky at times, we don't expect much of a rain chance today with building cloud cover moving into tonight. That's a sign of what's to come tomorrow. So the weather headlines, air quality should stay between good and moderate, not bad for those outdoor activities, and the warm temperatures certainly help. 70s at our beaches, 80s for our inland areas, and then tomorrow a thunderstorm threat by tomorrow night as a cold front moves through. I'll let you know what that leaves behind for the work week in the full AccuWeather forecast. And warm temperatures are a big weather headline today. And in fact, that includes this morning. You see a lot of the tri-state already in the 70s with a ways to go. We are starting the day with sunshine, but clouds mix in moving into this afternoon with a light breeze out there and highs climbing into the 80s. Even our beach area is going to land in the 70s today. But we are tracking a cold front that brings a threat for thunderstorm activity tomorrow night. Moves out the smoke moving into the week. I'll let you know the nice weather it leaves behind in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Channel 7.
Hey, Janice, temperatures this morning warming up quickly, and warm weather is the big weather headline. Still in the 60s north of New York City, but from the city south, we are in the 70s already, and we're heading to the 80s come this afternoon. You notice some cloud cover does stream in, especially for the second half of the day, and it's looking a little on the hazy side out there right now. Moderate air quality, highs in the low 80s, becoming mostly cloudy. Looking at the rest of the weather headlines, yes, we're keeping an eye on the moderate air quality, but with that cold front moving in tomorrow, bringing the chance for thunderstorm activity, it also brings in cleaner air, so it should scrub out the remainder of the smoke moving into next week. Drops temperatures a little bit, so enjoy the warm weather today, even 70s at the beaches. I'll break down the timing on those thunderstorm chances tomorrow in the full AccuWeather forecast after the break.